Right, it's Mick from Mick Ty's Travels. Right, for those people who actually live in Thailand, you will know that the bread here is not very good at all. It is quite sweet. So what I'm going to do today is attempt to make some homemade bread. Now, I've done 4 loaves before and they've come out absolutely fantastic. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you what sort of ingredients I've got. And what I'm going to do is make the bread from scratch and show you how to go about it, show you what you need to make the bread, and I'll just try it as it is and we'll see how it comes out. Right, for the ingredients, what I'm using is 7 cups of flour. Now in Thailand I can't seem to get any self-raising flour or plain flour or like that. You get this sort of flour and it's like multi-purpose. So for this video I'm using multi-purpose. So I don't know how it's going to turn out, but we'll see. Another thing is what we're using is instant yeast. Now I've got this from Lazada, to tell the truth. It's I couldn't find any in supermarkets, so instant yeast. I think you'll be able to get it in supermarkets somewhere, but I couldn't find it. Right, okay, so 7 cups of flour, 3 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of instant yeast, 2 tablespoons of oil, any sort of oil really, vegetable oil, whatever, and 3 teaspoons of salt. So they're all the ingredients and I'll just show you how to mix it. Right, for the ingredients I've got in here 7 cups of flour. In this bowl here I've got 3 cups of lukewarm water. I've got 2 tablespoons of oil, can be any oil, sunflower oil or whatever. I've got 3 tablespoons of salt, and I've got 2 tablespoons of instant yeast. So that is his ingredients. I'll put that towards the end of the video, all the ingredients, so you've got everything. Right, so we've got the water in the mixing bowl, and so what we're going to do first is add the yeast to the water. Sprinkle it in, and then blend it all in. Make sure everything's blended in. So that's just blending just nice. Want all the yeast dissolved. So that's doing it quite nice now. I would let this blend in for 2 or 3 minutes. Make sure it's all dissolved, which is, it's looking as though it's doing it quite nice anyway, so hopefully it's okay. I'll let it dissolve for 2 or 3 minutes. Right, we've let that stand for a few minutes, so what we're going to do now is sprinkle in the flour, the 7 cups of flour. Put that in. We add the 2 tablespoons full of oil and the 3 teaspoons of salt. Just add it all in, and then we blend it all round. Get the this is making us dough now. Now this, to tell you the truth, this is the hardest bit. This, get it all blended in. Now see, it's doing it nicely. Doing it nicely. There we go. Oh, that's doing it quite nice. That. Yes, that's doing lovely. All right, that's coming up just nice. That, and being turn it around, get all the flour and water mixed in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put it onto a board, and then we're going to knead it. Looking good, looking good. Right, we're going to knead this for about 8 minutes. Right, now so we've kneaded it for 8 minutes, we're just going to make it into a bowl, and then we're going to put it back into the bowl, and then we're going to leave it for an hour to rise. So it takes a lot of time, this, but you know, it's well worth it at the end. It's a waiting game. Okay. Right, so I've kneaded it, I've put it in the bowl, I've let it rest for an hour. Now I'm going to take it out, knead it again for a short while, and then cut it into 2 pieces. More flour on it. Right, so now I'm going to cut it into 2 pieces. Just 2 even pieces. Or as even as I can get it. Put one to one side. Put a little bit more flour. I'm not going to go mad on this because it's I don't think you really need to, but what I'm going to do is roll this. These 2 pieces are going to go into a baking tray. So clamp these together. So I'll just put these in now, clamp them together, and then put them in here. Right. The second one goes in. Second one, I'll roll it up from this side. So the second one, now these baking trays, put me a bit more flour in on that. These baking trays, I've put a bit of butter on the lining so it won't stick to them. But hopefully, right, what it is guys, is when you've got the two loaves, when you got them split up, what you want to do, you want to roll them up into a little ball before you actually put them in the pans. Roll them up and let them just settle down for about 15 minutes themselves, and then you put it into the bowl and then let it rise for an hour. Okay, so you're better off just separating into a bowl first and then make the actual shape of the loaf and then put them in the tins. Okay again. Right, so both of these trays are going to be sat now for an hour. So let them rise a little bit more, and then I'm going to put them in the oven, and then we're going to see what they come out like. I don't know what they're going to come out like, but you know, we can try for now, can't we? I haven't gone mad with this, I've just done it basic and things like that, but the dough seems to be quite good, so I'm just hoping that it tastes lovely. I mean, I've made 4 before and they've come out really good, but I've just like jammed all this together because I was a bit particular last time, and I don't think you have to be that particular. I think you just, so long as you've got the consistency there, I think you're okay. Anyway, we're going to try it. Right, so we've put them in the bread tins now, and we're going to leave them for an hour just to rise a little bit. And now, what's happened now, I've done that. I put them in the oven. They're going to be in the oven for 40 minutes. I'm going to check them after about 35 minutes and see how we go from there. We should get lovely crunchy bread. Once we've done that, we take them out of the oven and we put a coating of melted butter on the top of it, and that stops it. That keeps the crunchiness and it stops it from going rock hard. So anyway, so I'll show you what it's like when it comes out. Right, so we're nearly there now. They've been in there for about 30 minutes, but it might be a little bit shorter for this oven, like, because it's one of them convection ovens, like, so I think it does things a bit quicker, and I don't want to make the bread too dark on the top, like so. It's looking good, looking very, very good. Right, so I think his loaves are about done now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get them out in the oven. They're looking quite good actually, so I'll just turn this oven off. Whoa. Look at them. Look at them. Do they not look absolutely great? Don't know what they're going to taste like, but they look good. Right, okay. Right, so these are the 2 loaves, that's done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to actually take them. Oh, look at that. Oh, it looks brilliant. Tip them out of these trays. But these, nice and soft in the inside, nice and crunch on top. They look absolutely fantastic. There you go. Oh, look at them. They look absolutely spot on. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give them a coating of butter on top. Right guys, so the last step, what I'm going to do, I've just done a bit of melted butter and I'm just going to paint this over the top. This just stops it from getting rock hard, to tell it true. I'm sorry if my belly looks big in this shirt. There we go. That's the bread all done now, so it's going to cool down, and next step is to try it. Alright everybody, right now, so that's it, done, job done. We've made some lovely bread, absolutely gorgeous bread this is. Really, really, it will be nice anyway. It's still a bit warm this, so I'm not cutting it just yet, but once it's cooked, you know when you cut the slice of this when it's still warm and you put melted butter on, oh, it's absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. So there we go, there's his loaves of bread. Lovely, really, really nice. So that's it, quite simple. It is a bit of it's a muck about waiting for hours and things like that for it to rise, and wait it 15 minutes and everything like that, but it's really worth it at the end. I mean, it's not hard work, it's not hard doing it, it's just a matter that you've got to make sure that your ingredients are done properly. Your main thing is making the dough the right sort of consistency, and you can tell the right sort of consistency is when it's not actually sticking to the board. You can just keep on adding a little bit. If it's a little bit sloppy, just add a little bit more flour, make it a bit hard so you've got the texture there, so it doesn't stick to the chopping board. If it sticks to the chopping board, it's too sloppy. Okay, so I'll end this video here. Well, I won't. I'll do a taste test first. Once I've done the taste test, that's it. I'll end the video. Okay, bye bye. Okay, so here we are for the big test on it. I'll cut it off from this side here. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Blob of butter on that. Right, so there you go. There you have it, guys. This bread absolutely spot on. It's a meal in itself, to tell the truth. Little bit of butter on it. Fantastic. Really, really nice. Crunchy on the outside, nice crust. Nice and soft inside. Absolutely lovely. Soft but firm, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. How to make your own loaf of bread in Thailand. Fantastic.